Hello, my name is Arturo Hinojosa, and I'm a solution architect with Time Warner Cable Naviset. Today we're going to see a demonstration of NaviCloud Director, Time Warner Cable's newest addition to its Infrastructure as a Service product suite. Naviset is very excited to introduce NaviCloud Director. NaviCloud Director offers many benefits over traditional IaaS platforms and is designed for the next generation of cloud applications. For example, in addition to offering management tools through the App Center interface, Naviset's award-winning management tool, customers can also integrate with NaviCloud Director through APIs as well as to the VMware Connector tool, enabling hybrid environments with both on-premise resources and cloud resources provisioned at Naviset. Great, let's start the demonstration. I've gone ahead and pulled up the NaviCloud Director login page on my web browser. I'm going to log in today as a typical system administrator that wants to set up a test dev environment and provision some resources for use by my users. Let's go ahead and log in. The first thing I see when I log in is my NaviCloud Director homepage. This will give me a summary of all the recent news going on with my environment, helpful tools to get started, as well as relevant information to be able to access my environment both through vCloud Director as well as through API access. On the left-hand side, you will see I have an easy-to-use menus to quickly navigate to where I want to go, like being able to create vData centers, vNetworks, vApplications, really the foundational data model for all the tools. I can create different views of my assets, both VMs, physicals, or custom views. I can see the catalog of VM templates and app templates. I can see reporting history, account information, and support information, all from my homepage. Let's go ahead and build a new vData center. A vData center is a very powerful construct which enables us to create a resource pool for these infrastructure resources. It enables us to set up soft walls so these users don't overconsume resources, driving up costs, yet have enough resource available to them in order to get their work done. Let's go ahead and set up the data center. I'll click the button. I'll give my new vData center a name, new vData center. I'll pick the vCloud instance where I want to run these resources from. In this case, let's build them out of Charlotte. I'll then click the next button. I'll choose what's the maximum amount of CPU this set of servers can consume. And we'll be generously give them, 100 CPUs. And I can also choose how much memory I want to provide them. We'll do 256 gigabytes or something. You can also then give them different storage profiles. If you say, hey, I don't want any particular developer to have more than 100 gigabytes or 200 gigabytes of storage, you can set that up as well. So I'll give, each guy 100 gigs. Great. Hit the finish button. It'll give you a preview of what the estimated cost for these resources will be, and it'll go ahead and provision those resources then for you. Great. Now that I've created my vData center, let's go ahead and create a new vApplication. As I mentioned, vApplication is really much the core data model instance of the solution. A vApplication is a collection of VMs and networking rules, which pretty much define a cloud-based application. So let's go ahead and create the new app. I'll click the button. I'll give my new app a name, so new vApp. Give my new creative name here. I can choose to create an app from scratch or from an existing template. Let's pick a template. And I can also choose to either customize this app now or later. So let's go ahead and customize it now. I'll pick again which vCloud data center I want to use from. So let's go ahead and use the one I just created in the last part of the demonstration. Let's hit the next button. From here, I can choose to either use one of my private templates for this application, so ones I create for my organization, or one from the public templates folder. These are Naviset sort of generic public templates. Let's use one of ours for now, and we'll pick this Windows Server 2008 instance. So I would select it, hit the next button. Then I'll define the network for this vApplication. So I'll pick my gateway address. I'll pick my default connection gateway here. Click the next button. And I want to get a breakdown of the estimated cost, and I'll explain what the point system means in a little bit here. I'll get a summary of all the different configurations, how much RAM, how much CPU, the storage profile, the networking information, etc., etc. Hit the finish button, and we're going to go ahead and provision all of these resources. Now, if I ever have a question about how the provisioning process is going, I can always expand the task list down here in the lower right-hand corner. This will give me a breakdown of what's happening where within the system. I can go ahead and view older tasks, newer tasks. I can view all recent tasks to give it just a great log of what's going on within the environment. Now, if I want to get more information as my applications go ahead and build here in the background, I can always take a view. Now, view is pretty much a customized way of looking at my environment. I can look at all the VMs in my environment. I'll get, which data center, which cloud they're in, which V data center, part of what V application, their different status. I can also look at physical assets, so not just VMs, but also, my physical infrastructure as well. If I want to create a custom view, let's say, for example, with a hybrid scenario or something like that, I can say, great, let's go ahead and see my custom views. Like, all right, I'm going to create a new custom view now. This I'll choose, new view. I can choose, right, do I want to see the catalog, different networking elements? Do I want to see different VApp information, different fields from the VM category, etc. Once I'm done with the selection of all this stuff, I can then create a filter in a particular column and go ahead and define the sorting rules. Now, let's say once I've created my view, and I'll just go ahead and use my VM1 here for example, and it pulls back just too much data, more than I want to consume, or if I need to share this data with someone that doesn't have access to the App Center interface, I can always go ahead and export this data by clicking the link here. That's going to push that data off to a CSV so I can share it with the appropriate people. Great. Now that we have our applications ready to go and ready to provision, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other information I can pull about our application through the NaviCloud Director App Center interface. For example, billing information. We talked about the points a little bit earlier, but to kind of give you how the billing works for NaviCloud Director, it is all based on a much more easy to consume point system, similar to the other VMware license your organization probably already has today. We give you an easy to use rate card, which says, hey, how many resources or how many points does the CPU consume in terms of points and resources, how much memory, per resource, how many points. So you have just a great, easy to use, easy to understand way of saying, hey, I know how much this particular VM is going to cost me, et cetera, et cetera. I can also see a breakdown of all the different users in the system. So if I want to grant different levels of access, disable account, I can do that through the interface as well. And I can also reach out for support whenever I need help, both to the Help Center, which is just an easy to use online tool, to NaviSite's knowledge base. Again, a very easy to use web resource for getting simple information of what is that, how do I do that, all those sort of common FAQs. As well as you can always just contact support, right? We're a NaviSite, we have 24/7 support here. You can always open a ticket, include a screenshot directly from the tool, makes it much easier to get help when you need it. Well, that's pretty much it for the demonstration today. I hope you've seen how we can very quickly set up an application and environment for our test of users with very good controls to make sure they don't cost us too much money. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any solution architect at NaviSite or any of our sales representatives. We'll be happy to assist you. Thank you very much for your time today and have a great afternoon.